Hello, Periscope, and hello, Facebook. Ah, I'm back on Periscope. Whoop, whoop. It's so good to be back on Periscope. I'm simulcasting, as they say it. So I'll be looking at the camera on Facebook and at the camera on Periscope. Today, I want to talk to you about getting it done quickly. Let me quote uh, let me read something that I read from Gary Ryan Blair. It's a choice between two options. You can spend I didn't spell remainder properly. Hi, Abiola. It's a choice between two options. You can spend the remainder of your life accomplishing small stuff slowly. Hi, Omomo. Or you can learn to upgrade your execution skills and achieve big goals quickly. Let me ask you a question. I'm looking at both Facebook and Periscope. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to make £100,000 quickly or slowly? Would you like to lose weight and be fit quickly or slowly? Would you like to build your house quickly or slowly? What would you like to do? Slowly. You see, the only thing you don't have, you can't increase, you can't buy it, you can't destroy it, you can't break it, is time. T-I-M-E. The time you've got is the time I have got. The only difference is what we do with our time, what we do in our time. Now, there's an expression Gary Ryan Blair uses. He says, behavior never lies. It does not matter what behavior you see. It never lies. Your behavior never lies. My behavior never lies. Now, what all I have said sits on is your capacity and your ability to think. Knowing how to think right will determine whether you make that money quickly, whether you achieve that goal quickly or slowly. It's not a matter whether you achieve it at all, whether you achieve it quickly or slowly, or whether you never achieve it. I'm looking at both. I'm trying to look straight here. So I'm looking at both Periscope and Facebook. What would you rather do? Achieve quickly or achieve slowly? Now I know as some are listening to me now, they're thinking, not the word, they are thinking, it's not possible. Achieve it quickly. Who does that? Who can achieve anything quickly? As soon as you have the thought, you have determined your behavior. You have put a stop sign or a pause sign or a slow and steady sign. Who wants to go slowly when the option to go quickly is available? Have you ever thought of that? The option to move quickly is there, is possible. But you see, we have come into the world and conformed. We have chosen to do what everyone else is doing. They are going slowly. They have a 1-year plan, a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan. There's someone Gary Ryan Blair wrote about. Let me see if I can get that up now. And he said, this gentleman, very wealthy, he said, today, what he knows today, he wishes he had known earlier, that if he had known, he would not have achieved what he has achieved and become so wealthy. It's the founder of PayPal. The founder of PayPal, the PayPal co-founder rather, Peter Thiel, says if he could do it all over again, he said that he would have started thinking bigger sooner. He would have started thinking bigger sooner. What we do is we think, we've put ourselves in this little box and we have decided that what everyone else is saying is correct. If you have a desire, like I have had for years, to push through, to do more, to be faster, to be quicker, it doesn't have to be hi Chima, it doesn't have to be like step 1, step 2, step 3, like everyone else is doing. I've always felt that way. Why can't you? This is what this guy says. The co-founder of Peter Thiel, he says, if you go back 20 or 25 years, I wish I would have known that there was no need to wait. I went to college. I went to law school. I worked in law and banking, though not for terribly long. But not until I started PayPal did I fully realize that you don't have to wait to start something big. You don't have to wait to start something big. Who told you that you have to do this and you have to do that? Did David in the Bible, I'm a Christian, so I refer to the Bible. Did David in the Bible go to war, go and practice shooting and killing and, defending himself before he piped up in the midst of the Israelite army and said, I'll get Goliath. Goliath was about 9 feet tall. This was a boy. I will get Goliath. I will deal with Goliath. And all he had was his sling and his stone. And of course, some Christians are going to tell me, no, it was anointing. Well, the Bible does not tell me anything about anointing. It tells me that he believed. Hey, Pastor Ruth, it tells me that he believed in God. He said, God helped me to kill the lion and the bear. That was the only example he had. That was the only experience he had at war. And that was not even war. He was taking care of sheep. Now, who told you that you do not have what it takes to take the city, to start that business, to run faster than your peers, to rise? And you see, when I saw this email by Gary Amble, I said, what is the matter with me? Why haven't I taken on all the things I want to take on? Why do I think that I've got to wait and I've got to slow down and I've got to do it step by step, day by day? Why? Why? Because of fear. I'm afraid I will not make it. Fear is a thought. And as you know, that's what I do. I'm a thought transformation coach. Fear is a thought. That's all it is. It's a thought. I will not make it. I will not succeed. That's what you are saying to yourself. I'm looking at Periscope and I'm looking at Facebook. I will not make it. That's what you are thinking. If I put all this money out there, it will not happen for me. I might lose the money. And let me say it now. The first thought is your result. That thought has determined your result. Why? For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. But you can change your results instantly. Instantly. Simply by changing the thought. Now, I don't mean change the thought. These are two different pens, yeah? I don't mean change this pen for this pen. No. I mean, start thinking a different thought. The change will occur by itself. Simply by thinking on what you want, the change will occur by itself. Now, for those of us who are Christians, the Bible does not tell me that when you are born again, you can change what you think and then it will happen for you. No. Anyone can do it, which is why you have people who don't know God, who are born, who are not, they don't know Jesus, they don't worship him the way you and I do, but they are wealthy, they are doing amazing things. That's why you can visualize, you can meditate, and you will get the same results. You know why? Because it's a principle. We do not use our principles, biblical principles. We don't live that way. We live the way the world lives. We conform and we think it will happen for us because it's happening for them. You're in a different kingdom. You are meant to have dominion. The place you have dominion first is in your thinking. And you see, this is something I work on every day. I'm at not a crossroad. I'm at a point where change. You see, there can be no transformation in your life until there is a renewing of the mind. The renewing of the mind is a renewing of your thoughts, is changing what you think so that you think the right things. It's not uprooting what you've been thinking. You know, some people respond to their past and react to their future. You are meant to take responsibility for who you are. That's the first fundamental for how to think to win. To take responsibility is to be answerable, to be in control, and to be in authority. How long do you want it to take you? How slowly do you want to reach your goals? Aren't you fed up of listening to this person and they did this? Or it took me 15 years to get here and it took me 5 years. How long do you want it to take you? Why should you listen to someone? For example, I teach you thought transformation. It has taken me most of my life, okay, to get here. I think between 2006 and 2012, it took me that length of time when I knew about how to think for me to rise and begin to walk in it. Now, if it took me 6 years, 7 years, why do you want it to take you that long? Why do you want it to take you that long for you to achieve what you want to achieve, for you to hit your goals quickly? Why do you want to just be in the midst of many when you could stand on your own? You are created unique to achieve a level of greatness unique only to you, not to anyone else. But you see, that's completely and entirely limited by how you think. And that's why I teach how you think. You see, once I work with my clients, this is not about you getting on any of my programs. Stay where you are. You don't have to get, you see, you can't get on my program if you're not ready. You can't. Ready stands for you are not resourced or resourceful, equipped, accessible. Oh, what was the D? Let me tell you what D. That's what ready stands for. I can't work with everyone because it's not everyone that's ready. Dynamic, and yes, ready stands for resourceful, equipped, accessible, dynamic, and yes. You are it's a yes for you. Yes, my life is, I'm ready to change this life around. If your answer is I don't have the money, then you can't work with me, not because you can't pay me, but because your thinking is stinking. I've been there, I know. And when I was ready and I still did not have the money, I made the money because I was ready. So some people will listen to this video and, oh, she just wants us to work with her. Oh, she's selling something. I'm not selling anything to you. There is a link up there to join my new group, How to Think Right. That's all. That's all I want you to do. Don't do anything else. Don't pay for anything. Don't buy anything. Don't. Just join my new group, How to Think Right. Because the bane of humanity is our refusal, not our inability, but our refusal to think right. We refuse to think right. We refuse to learn how to think right. We refuse. We keep pointing fingers at everything else. Enough. Get it done and get it done quickly, because this is all you've got. The time you have now, today, where we are, is all you've got. Some people did not wake up this morning, not because they were elderly, but because they died in their sleep. It's done. How long do you think you got? How long do you think you've got? You don't got nothing. You don't. You just don't. You don't know. But every day is an opportunity to rise. Every day is opportunity. Every minute in every day is opportunity. What are you doing with yours? Who do you want to spend time with? Come on. Where do you want to be? That's what I want to share with you. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep inspiring you to greatness. And when you are ready, contact me. I can help you. Stay strong. I'm Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. See ya.